It's quite clear that the Conservative Party are in, I suppose, what you could call their death rolls. Uh, they're finished, they're a busted flush. How many prime ministers have we got now that are unelected, and we've not had much of a say in the situation? It really is shambolic, the entire affair. On the other side of the bench, we have a party who I've just taken to pieces in my previous video, the first one of this morning, and we will fare not much better. In fact, worse. I did a poll on the channel. You can see it on the community page. And I asked the question, do you think things will change under Labour? And several thousand of you voted, and a very large percentage, pretty much all of you said, yeah, for the worse. So we are left in a situation with a broken system. I don't believe a choice between the devil and the deep blue sea is acceptable anymore. So we have to look outside of the status quo. We have to look outside of, the usual mainstream politics. It doesn't work. We have a system by which it's first past the post. The person with the highest number of votes obviously gets the seat in the House of Commons. Now, up until this point, they've made a very masterful job of allowing that system to work in their favour, and we've been stuck with the two dominant parties in politics over, well, generations. We've got to this point now, I think, with the advent of the World Wide Web. We all have access to so much more information. As a result, we start to question everything and anything. And, we're at the point where we need change, and we almost demand it. And you get people like Reform coming out, you get other parties coming out, and that's really a sign that we want this change. We've had enough. Now, Rishi Sunak apparently is not worried. He's got a cunning plan to see them off. And here it is. Rishi Sunak's team believe they will see off reform at the next election by branding them a wasted vote. People at the heart of the number 10 operation are bullish, despite polls suggesting reform, which is obviously the rebranded Brexit Party, poses an increasing threat to the Tories. Conservatives will argue that only Mr. Sunak or Labour leader Keir Starmer can be Prime Minister after the next election, and warn that voting reform will hand the election to Starmer. Now, they're advertising this as a new plan. It's not a new plan at all. It's an old plan rebadged under Sunak's leadership. It isn't anything else. It's the same trick they deploy in the last, 2 elections, maybe 3 elections that I've seen, and people fall for it. They're made to believe that you only have that choice between A and B, when in fact maybe you should look at D instead. And the other thing that they have in their favour as well is the fact that you have so many, how should I put it, disenfranchised individuals who will simply not come out and vote and say, well, what's the point? Well, why are we doing this? And all you really do is hand it to them on a silver platter, hand it to them on a plate, and then they can carry on regardless. You look at the hung parliament situation we had, 14 years ago now, and look what shower of shite we ended up with there. It's, not great. An ally of the Prime Minister said, we'll see them off as we did with UKIP and the Brexit Party. Well, the Brexit Party, Nigel stood down a load of prospective members of Parliament in return for a deal on Brexit, which, let's face it, was never delivered on. Anti-EU party UKIP came top in the European elections, while the Brexit Party did the same in 2019. But the Tories won majorities in the subsequent general elections. Well, there's the aforementioned deal, and the leader of the Labour Party at the time was getting completely and utterly eviscerated on a regular basis, and the guy before him was as well. So again, it's all about media, it's all about press, and it's all about that public perception, all of which we can challenge, all of which we can change. if we really want to. I think personally we will end up with a Labour government. I hate myself for saying that, I really do, but with the way it's set up and the level of people that believe what they do out there, I can't see anything magical happening this time, but maybe next time, maybe. It has to change. Otherwise, this country and its inhabitants are in a world of trouble, in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. There's another video on the screen for you if you want to watch that. And as always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the hell out of my stuff. Thank you very much, everyone. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.